Hi, Mike. Hey.
Oh, I'm sorry, it's breaking up.
Can you hear me now?
I can now.
Okay, great. So, hi, Mike. Thanks for coming in and seeing us today.
Thank you as well.
So, tell me a little bit about your professional history.
So in the past 5 years, I've been working as director of operations for a small medical device manufacturer, Ranfac. During that time, we've grown the company 15% on average over the last 15 years, over the last 5 years, excuse me, and assembled a good team of department managers, engineers, and production employees to help with all those goals.
Oh, great. So, how come you're looking to leave there?
So it really comes down to the overall size of the company. It is a small company, and I've done very well with them. But the growth that's actually going on within the company and then the overall structure of it really limits my potential for further growth. And I genuinely want to be in a larger, more professional organization.
Oh, great. And that's what prompted you to apply for this particular position.
Yes, yes, absolutely. I've known about your company for quite some time now. So when I saw the opportunity come up in my feed, I immediately applied for it.
Oh, that's great. So, in this position, you'll be responsible for approximately 6 employees. What would you say your management style is?
So my management style is to first and foremost establish a level of trust between employees. I really value, honesty, and really want to hear from employees what their real challenges are and what their problems are, and arriving at solutions. And I think that through that process, we're able to build the proper amount of trust. Whereas, I feel as though that's not there, then people are going to be less likely to share what their real concerns are and what the real problems are at hand, and you end up not coming to a real solution.
Oh, great. Can you give me an example of a team project that you've worked on?
Yeah, so we worked on a material review board for incoming material that was rejected. When we first took over on the MRB, they had months worth of backlog in this MRB area. So we established certain ground rules about it. We stated that we were going to get it to a point where we would turn around the disposition of the non-conforming material within 2 weeks. And one of the real key things there was we had a little bit of a conflict between the purchasing manager and the supplier quality engineer, where neither one of them was stepping up to the plate to make the necessary phone calls to the suppliers. And they both were adamant that it was the other one's job. And through that team process, we were able to essentially pressure the supplier quality engineer to start making those phone calls. And we were able to turn that around, and we got it down to our goal of 2 weeks for disposition.
Oh, great. So you met that goal.
Yep.
Great. Tell me a little bit about what motivates you in your professional career.
Yeah. So when it comes to manufacturing, I've been working in manufacturing since I left high school. I went to trade school. I was a machinist for years before I got into engineering, and then sales before now getting into operations. So the thing that really gets me going about it is the technical side of it, solving the problems, working with people, over the problems, and really coming up with a solution that has a major impact.
Great. Do you have experience in disciplining people when need be?
Yep. So as over the last 5 years, one of the things we've had to do is we've certainly had to deal with employees that were had low performance. what we initiated there. Previously, employees, because it was a small family-owned company, if somebody had poor performance, they were almost immediately terminated without any warning or of any sort. So we started a process of a warning system and performance improvement plans. So that way, if someone started to, kind of taper off on performance, we're able to get them in, talk to them, find out what their problems were. Again, this is just, I think it's better for building trust that if someone does have performance problems, they get a chance to speak about what's affecting their performance. It may not necessarily be a motivation thing. It could have to do with their environment. So through that process of performance improvement, we're able to, talk with them and track their progress to it. And at times, we've gone through these, it's a pretty small percentage of the time, but sometimes it does end up in termination.
Great. Do you have any questions for me?
Yeah. So what's driving the position here? Did somebody leave or retire, or is there growth in the company?
So there's a little bit of both. So we have had significant growth over the past couple of years, and we anticipate continued growth. And we've had some people retire from the company as well. So it's a little bit of both. This particular department, we are seeing 15 to 20% growth over the past 2 years and anticipate that to continue. So we're hiring somebody to oversee the department with the understanding that this department will also be growing. So while you would supervise 6 now, next year you may be supervising 10. Are you comfortable with that type of growth?
Yeah, I think especially with my time in this other companies, I'm definitely accustomed to wearing a lot of different hats. Definitely have to step in on lots of different aspects of management. At times, I work a bit with HR, so I move back and forth quite a bit. So 10 employees sounds like it's reasonable.
Great. And then this position pays between 60 and 70,000. Is that a pay range that you could work with?
I could. So I'm currently, I'm already in the top of that range.
Okay.
So the only concern I would have is that I wouldn't want to go backwards in pay.
Right. Okay, good. And we do have a really great health benefits package as well.
Yeah, I would certainly be interested in hearing more about that. At some point, if you had a flyer of some sort that goes over the benefits package, because I'm definitely interested in the overall package here and the long-term growth prospects.
Great. Then I can email that information to you so you have it.
Okay.
We will be conducting second interviews hopefully within the next week. We have a few more interviews to get through, first round of interviews to get through. So we're hoping by next week we have 2 or 3 people to choose from for the second round. Is that something you'd be interested in if we were to move forward with you?
Yes, definitely. I'm definitely very interested. Everything you've talked about here today sounds really great.
Great. Good. So we will, if you don't have any other questions for me, we will definitely be in touch. I will send you that package. I'll send you the benefits information, and then today's Wednesday, so hopefully by Friday we'll have a decision made on who will come for the second interviews next week.
Okay.
All right.
I appreciate it.
Thanks for your time, Mike.
You too.
Have a great day.
All right.